Joseph Murphy in a book called The
Lit. Got it. Wow. All right, that's cool with me. How everybody doing today, man? Everything's gratitude, yo. Everything is gratitude. Everything is gratitude. See if I can get this with y'all. See if I can share this with y'all real fast. See what I can do here. Okay, for sure. Supreme Wellbeing, we live. We live in effect. So today I wanted to talk to y'all about something that's been some mystical things happening in my life. Just recently got back from a trip to Puerto Rico. It was very nice, but no buts. It was a great time. But there were some mystical things that I want to talk about that happened on that trip that were clear signs and reassuring things that I was shown that I was not expecting. I was not expecting. And it was so dope because like I really feel like on the trip it was revealing, it was self-revealing, and also it was like prophetic. It put me in a place of more understanding of myself, and it put me in a place of understanding how powerful my spirit is. And also it put me in a place of still traveling, trying to put all the pieces together. I don't clearly know the meaning of the story that I'm gonna run down to you on my trip fully in fulfillment. However, this is why I wanted to share it with y'all, and in case it could help somebody, and maybe we could come to some conclusions together. Maybe we could come to some realizations together about what actually happened while going through a quick lesson that could help us moving on the inward path and doing the things that we need to do within and with our personal growth. You know what I'm saying? So I named this, if you get, yeah, you can see my screen, making the connection. Your value increases with the inner work. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, as you see here, is the self-fulfilling prophecy. So the story goes like this, y'all. I can't make this up. I went to Puerto Rico for vacation. I had a great time. Shout out to my bros. It was like dope, man. Like, man, it was so dope. I needed to let go of work and I needed to actually spend some time with myself and with my mind outside of building my business outside of my entrepreneurship journey. I mean, I believe everything that I do on an everyday basis is a part of my entrepreneurship journey. I feel like my entrepreneurial journey is a spiritual journey in itself, but I needed to let go of the actual workflow. I needed to let go of the actual thoughts about different digital products, different creativity involving my business. I needed to let go of product development, just thinking about all these different things that go with being an entrepreneur. I needed to let go. But to be honest about it, it was hard for me to let go. It was hard for me to let go when um I was first taking the trip. It was hard for me to let go. I was in a good creative flow. I was in the midst of putting together some really good master lessons. And I was really into the curriculum and self-disciplinary science of what I'm building on my links. And I was in a real good flow. I was in a real good flow of information and retaining information and reading and client building as well. So it was hard for me to let go of work, but I took the time to myself. I meditated and I prayed and I released everything that I had going into the trip, so I would be able to fully enjoy myself and fully immerse myself in a real vacation, right? So on when I was able to do that, when I was able to release it, it was a voice in my head and in my heart that kept saying, make the connection. And I was thinking, I was looking forward to going to Puerto Rico to meditate, to be able to spend some time on the land. I'm thinking about making connection with the land, making a connection with the Taino people. And I was like thinking about that. I was thinking about just how beautiful the beaches were gonna be, just the weather, and like just everything that was gonna give me a good experience about just being on that demographic, yo. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about making that type of connection, you know, and I was thinking about connecting outside of people, more so connecting with nature, going on the trails, hopefully seeing some freshwater waterfalls and stuff like that. I was totally gonna immerse myself in connecting with the land. And I had pure intentions, and my intent was fire inside. My intent was burning desire inside. And I was like, yeah, this is dope, man. I'm gonna get some good meditation in, get some good realization, get some good inspiration. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking forward to that. So we got there to Puerto Rico, everything's got all the bros. We having a good time, everybody's in good spirits. So we go out to this place called La Placita. La Placita is like a strip with the bars and the clubs and everything in Puerto Rico. Really nice spot, man. Get a good feel of the culture, everything, right? So we out there, we just chilling. So one of my bros, he come up to me, he like, yo, oh, I'm at this club up here. I want you to come up here with me. I'm talking to this girl. You know what I'm saying? This girl that I'm talking to, she got a friend with her. I want you to, come with me up there and maybe talk to her friend, her sister, while I holler at her. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll walk with you up there. There's no problem. I was just chilling, really scoping out the scene, looking at the locals, listening to the music. We outside just vibing. Everybody kind of like just coming up to us, showing love. Everybody showing love to each other. It was good. Like the vibe, the energy was crazy. And the way I was attracted, like my heart was a magnet for everybody that was like on my same frequencies. Like they could feel like I was just a good soul, and I was out there really to uplift. And I was, it was something with me that was very vibrant and very I could tell by the people that I was attracting to me. You know what I'm saying? They felt that from me. I was really genuine, and my that genuine energy was flowing off of me. I could tell, I could feel it. So I walked up there and I started talking. Well, actually, I walked up to where my brother was a little bit ahead of me, so I'm behind him. So he gets into the club a little bit before me. I'm walking, somebody pulled my arm. It's a young lady. She pulled my arm. So I'm looking at, we start talking. I'm like, what's going on? So we talking, boom, boom. My brother come back. He like, oh, this is the young lady I wanted you to speak to. She was like, oh, yeah, this is your brother. He's talking to my sister up here. I was like, what made you grab me? She was like, I don't know. Just like intuitively, she just grabbed me. You know what I'm saying? So like I was like, okay, cool. That's what's up. Like, so we talking more. She like, yo, I can't really hear you over the music. Let's go outside and talk a little bit. So I like, cool, because it was a dope conversation. We were just talking about like where we from, what we do, and all that. So it was fire or whatever. So we went out to come to further the conversation outside. So we get outside, we talking. So like intuitively, I stopped randomly in the conversation. I'm like, yo, where you from? I mean, I know I said, yo, when your birthday? She says, December. I said, December what? She said, December 28th. I said, I knew it. Let me tell y'all something. When she said that, I immediately knew that this was the one. This was the trip. I was like, you know what? This is crazy. I said, that's my birthday. She said, what? I said, no, that's literally my birthday. I can't believe like this is happening right now. We're in this very moment together. We're supposed to be in this moment together, in the now together, only to discover we were born on the same day, which is why which is why we gravitated towards each other, which is why you reached out to me and we made the connection initially without you even really knowing who I was. You just had a feeling of who I was. So we made we we made the connection without even knowing that we had a connection until now. So we knew right then we was like that. From that point on, we was like that. You know, we was like, yo, this is crazy. We're supposed to be together. We're supposed to be in this moment together, enjoying this and just being in the now with each other. So we just pretty much embraced it and embodied it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was like one of the most clearest signs that I could have gotten when it comes to making the connection and finding those who are on the same frequency as you without even forcing it, without with it going, and it was just an effortless flow. It was an effortless flow of intuitive feeling, walking past each other, and she just happened to reach out and say, hey, yo, what's good? So like, we kind of just went with it from there. But it goes back to what I wanted to talk about in the self-fulfilling prophecy and remaining loyal to who you must become. So when you're remaining loyal to who you must become, and the funny thing about that is this: even when you're not thinking about who you must become, you're walking in that identity. You're walking in the end result of the person that you have because you've been doing this. You've been doing this within your path of entrepreneurship. You've been doing this within your character. You've been doing this within your lifestyle change. You've been doing this within your identity shift. You've been remaining loyal to the imagery in your mind of yourself for a long time. So when you're just going about your everyday festivities, when you're just being yourself on an everyday basis, you're still being loyal to who you're becoming. Nothing has really changed other than your mindset. You're not consumed with your purpose so much in a sense of when it comes to your career or work, entrepreneurship, product development, team building, all these things that go with the entrepreneur journey. You're not immersed in that very moment. You're actually just taking in the moment, having a good time, releasing from that because you're looking for new inspiration. You're looking for to meet new people, to have new dialogue and new conversations, so you can come back fresh with new ideas. So you're not even really thinking about that in a way of career and work. You're just staying loyal to who you become because it has now became your path. But first, we have to find out who we want to become, lock in the mental image, and live life accordingly. That goes back to what I just said. That's crazy because I'm living my life accordingly and I have embodied who I must become, whether I am conscious of it or subconsciously, I'm living it out regardless. Really, subconsciously, my subconscious mind travel is clearly going out ahead of me, before me, clearing the path and giving me signs but to put them in front of me in the future. Clearly, you can see this is exactly what happened. So my subconscious mind already went out before me futuristically and said, and put this in my path to confirm that, yeah, nah, you are walking in this. You are embracing. This is the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So unapologetically embracing your new self, these things start to happen. Now, when I was in the now, I wasn't thinking about it in this way of making the connection. Like I told you initially, I was thinking about making a connection with the land, not so making a connection with the actual individual, or individuals in the sense of, I'm really thinking about rejection low key because of how I live my life. Guys gonna be cooking on the grill. I'm basically fruitarian when I'm out there. I'm eating melons and mangoes. I'm not eating any flesh. People, God, they looking at me like, I don't see how you do it, man. We got these cheeseburgers in it. I'm just like, hey, look, I'm just I am who I am. I have to still maintain my daily lifestyle that I do when it comes to my dietary law and my holistic living as I would anywhere else. In fact, I'm gonna take more advantage of it because the produce and the fruit is on a whole nother level where I'm at right now. Anyway, I'm in Puerto Rico. So I'm not getting no GMO. I can get the fresh of the fresh produce. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be on my fruitarian. I'm gonna be on my H3O2 heavy, right? So this is what I was doing. So it might not make people might not be able to make any sense of it, but it's okay because as long as it makes sense to you. It's your vision, it's your mental image of yourself. And it's crazy how it gets amplified when you meet new people and they see that you live by this lifestyle, and it's very intriguing to them. And the same ones that doesn't make any sense to, it suddenly starts to get clarification because they're looking at how other people are looking at you. This is when you start to impact those that are closest to you when you normally wouldn't, because your light shines so bright sometimes it's too bright for them to see you. It's too much until they start seeing other people see you. They're like, oh, wow, now I get it. But do you get it? It doesn't matter if they get it. The self-fulfilling prophecy is about you getting it. You have to get it. You have to understand. Yo, that's crazy. In that story, and we can go on and on about that relationship that I actually built and you could say ran into, but it wasn't a coincidence at all. It was really had a lot to do with preordainment and subconscious mind travel when it comes to your subconscious mind being able to pull information back to you and bring those to you that you need to make the connection with and build with in order for so you can clearly see your path and the signs within your path. I will say some of the signs that were revealed to me on this trip, I have no idea what they mean, but I know and I can identify that they were clear signs. And all the answers are within. And when I take the time that I need to myself to really find the answers that I need, I know I'll be able to digest everything that happened and find the answers all within. I know I'll be able to. It was a lot to digest in the now and in the moment, and it is a lot to digest now that I'm reflecting and reliving it in my mind and relaying it to y'all right now in this moment. But I know when I take time to actually find the answers, the correct answers on what it is these signs and meant, what is this? What is this directing me to do? What is this a reassurance of? What is this? Is this a redirection? Whatever the answer is, I know it's within, and I know God is going to reveal it to me from within. So embodying becoming. So you won't, and this is for those that are going through something similar. And for those that have not gone through anything similar yet, listen up, because you will. If you really are on a quest to get to the fifth dimension of the mind, if you really are on a quest to get to a place to where you and step into the unknown where you've never gone before, this is for you. Embody becoming. You won't recognize yourself. You will feel emotions you never felt. The key is to refine the connection to you and the new hobbies, visions, relationships, thoughts, perspectives, and values. Goes back to when I said I heard that voice in my head, make the connection. Make the connection. I'm already embodying my becoming stage. I'm already have became. I already know who I must become, and I must stay loyal to that person and mental image that I must become, right? To the point where I haven't been able to recognize myself, not in a bad way, but in a good way of I've been going through such a metamorphic stage. I don't even know who I am anymore. I know who I'm becoming. I know who I'm becoming, but I don't know who I am in a sense of how much I have morphed into this becoming of a mental image that I created for myself. And clearly, my subconscious mind is clearing the path for myself, and my intuitive abilities are heightening, making the signs clear by the connections that I'm making with people intuitively, as I explained to you on the trip. Now, before I went on the trip, the emotional alchemy that I've been going through, I really can't explain it. I've been feeling emotions that I've never felt before. I've tried to talk to people about it. The closest person that can explain to me what's going on is my therapist. My therapist is like, hey, look, you're going through a lot of transitional stages within. You're going to feel things that you suppressed for years. Just let it come out however it needs to come out. Do what makes you feel good, and most importantly, trust your feelings. Trust how you feel. Trust how you feel and go off of that. Trust how you feel and go off of that. So that's how I've been doing with balancing my emotional IQ. The key is to refine the connection to you. I'm refining myself because I have a new mental image of myself within the everlasting now. So I'm in the moment, I'm in the now with myself, with all these new emotions and my new true self that I am embodying with pure intentions. You understand what I'm saying? So through this stage, this gives me a full advantage, especially when I'm raising my consciousness, because it opens up the doors of the unlimited possibilities on my life. Truly understanding and knowing what's truly valuable in my personal growth. I know that the money is going to come, but I have to increase what's really priceless within me. I have to increase my compassion. If I want a loving relationship, I have to become a loving relationship. Listen, y'all need to understand what I'm saying to you right now. If you want more loyal friends around you, you have to become a loyal friend to yourself. If you want $1 million, you have to become $1 million. Make the connection, but you make the connection within. You make the connection within through the self-fulfilling prophecy and the embodying becoming. This is how it happens. This is how it happens. Your hobbies are going to change. Your thought patterns are going to change. Your vision is going to change. Your relationships are going to become new. You're going to learn how to build new relationships. I was talking about this in the Seat of Supremacy podcast last 2 weeks ago about being in a position to build new relationships, understanding how to take on new relationships and develop them, because unfortunately old relationships devolve. They don't evolve, so you can't hold on to relationships that are not evolving. It's not going to serve you well. You have to learn how to cultivate relationships with people, and those new relationships with people are going to bring out new innovative thoughts within yourself, new attributes within yourself that you never even knew. Within doing that, embodying your becoming stage, people are going to say, hey, look, yeah, man, it was like, I was talking to my brother the other day, and he was like, yeah, man, I see you, and I'm going to support you in your next event, but I'm going to tell you something. He was like, before, it's like you believe, but now it's like, the I am, you believe at first, now you know. I am who I say that I am. Whatever you desire, become that. I am a healer because I am healing myself. So I'm openly on a healing journey. I'm openly on a self-discovery journey. I'm openly becoming a loving relationship. I'm opening, I'm opening up to myself, being vulnerable to the world publicly, letting them see my self-discovery journey. So therefore, I am who I say that I am. Everything can get laid on the table to the benefit of it impacting and helping somebody else. I am a loving relationship. I am a loving father. I am a person that is learning to love, cultivating, and making new relationships with people that have different values, principles, beliefs, visions, thought patterns that help me be the person that it is that I need to be, that I need to become, that I am becoming. I am that who I say that I am. That's why it was so powerful when Isa said it in the Bible, the I am the God, you are God. Psalms 82:6, ye are gods, creating your own reality, embracing the possibility that you want it to be with the raising of the consciousness and the raising of the awareness. You want the answers? I don't have all of the answers that I found that was revealed to me on this trip. I don't have all the answers to the signs, but if I go deep within, I will have those answers, which is one of the reasons why I'm having this discussion with y'all now, to be able to express what happened, to be able to explain what happened, to be able to communicate it in a way that can equal up to me later on, making the connection within to find the answers to the symbols that I was revealed. It was so mystical and so much to take in. I wouldn't even want to sit with it to try to figure everything out. I would have drove myself crazy. Instead, I'm going to embrace the moment and the I am and be grateful and have gratitude that I'm being shown all these wonderful and clear signs of connectivity, of reassurance, of love, of people being intrigued by my lifestyle, of value, of impact, upliftment of the people, of just my existence uplifted them. You know, we automatically assume just because while people might be subjected to listening to low vibrational music, or they, we think that we think that they don't that low, they listen to that low frequency, or they're because that's being pushed on them and propagated, that's what they really want, until a God walk in the room and they say, oh, no, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for your type of energy, your type of frequency. I've been looking for you. And that's when you say, you know what, man, that reassured me, that reaffirmed how valuable I am. That reaffirmed how valuable your business is. That reaffirmed how valuable your self-discovery journey is. That reaffirmed everything that you might go through in your self-doubt within yourself while you're doing the work on your business. But you let go of the work. But the work still continues within, and the work still continues without. Because people imagine you the way that people come the way you imagine them. Thoughts transfer. Okay. Now, the master reality. The master reality comes from the raising of the consciousness. The awareness makes you control of the unlimited possibilities, making you command the existence you desire. Mastering reality means mastering the moment, being in the now, understanding you created the you right now. Now, I talk about goal setting and how you can manipulate time by living inside of your goals in the now, creating your new future. Now, let's not worry about the new future because we're worried about the now. Right now, we're having a discussion about making the connection and how valuable inner work is. Right now, in the now, this is what we're doing. I'm so immersed and focused. My alchemy of focus and concentration right now is unmatched. I'm speaking that into myself. I'm speaking that into my reality. At any moment, my reality can change just like that. Unlimited possibilities. My business can turn into a Fortune 500,000,000 right now. Because I am so in the now, I know that I am master of whatever I'm trying to master. I will master. The reality of it is my reality is going to be by way of how far I take my creative consciousness to. However I take my creative consciousness to is how far I'm going to take my reality to. I've already accepted this about myself. I've accepted this of that I'm a creative entrepreneur. I accepted that I have a lot to offer to help people, to impact people, to help them live more holistic lifestyles. Therefore, if I can change somebody else's reality within changing their reality, my reality is changed because I'm constantly uplifting the people to the point where they're coming to me to they offer results that I've created for myself and other people. This is the master reality. This is the master reality. The raising of the consciousness and the raising of awareness. Whoo! Look, I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Listen, making the connection. I made the connection in Puerto Rico. Shout out to all my brothers that was out there with me that witnessed this. It was beautiful. It was mystic. And right now, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to do some meditation because this has me wanting to find the answers. And I'm excited about the actualization. I'm excited about the realizations because once I get to the realizations, I can be able to share those with y'all. And then I share the realizations with y'all that came from the signs that were revealed to me that was already set out for me by my subconscious mind travel. Now, I told you that I met the girl. We had the same birthday. Not only did we have the same birthday, but we were vibing with each other like we knew each other for years. Well, I'm talking truly in the moment with each other. Taking that moment and saying, you know what? We're going to master this moment. We're going to feel this moment. We're going to put all our emotion into it. I really believe that our hearts became a magnet for prosperity in that moment and to let go and just enjoy life and to see it for the love of what it was. With the pure intentions of nothing but just living in that exact moment in that now. It was such a great time. It was a time that I'll never forget. A moment in the now that made a memory locked inside your subconscious mind forever. Think about all the traumatic, post-traumatic tracks that I covered up with just living in that moment. Man, y'all, that was incredible, guys. That was incredible. I just have so much gratitude, and I just want to thank God for that. That was so powerful for me. So powerful for me. So these things, I'm telling you that these things, yeah, it was very mystical, very mystic how it happened. But I'm telling you, these things will start happening once you get deep inside your personal growth, once you go deep on your inward path and you have pure intentions about what it is that you want to become. The mental image that you have in your head for yourself, you will have to become that. Now, the process and the pathway to becoming that is where it gets exciting. Embrace that. Embrace the process. Man, embrace the process. Woo! All right, guys. Hey, look, I tell y'all what. We're gonna end this here. I will be back with some self-realizations. Don't worry. Don't worry. I will be back with some self-realizations and some answers. I'm gonna go within. I'm gonna do some meditation. I'm excited to do some training with my son this weekend. We're gonna get some training in for summer camp of basketball. So I'll be able to do some creative visualization with him and some meditation, and I'll be able to do some walking meditation as well. I'm looking forward to that. So it's gonna be a lot of revelation. So I can't wait to share that with y'all. And I just wanted to say I have a lot of gratitude. Thanks for everybody that's been rocking with the page. If you haven't checked out the Seat of Supremacy episode on my page, go check that out. Ascension, Intuitive Ascension with Oliver Blue. Also, check out my interview with the prolific Dr. Chris. She broke down so much valuable information about holistic living and a lot of other things. Unlimited information on that interview. So make sure you go check that out and hit the website www.mysupremewellbeing.com. Also, I have some master lessons that's coming up in my self-disciplinary science subconscious mind program coming up very soon. So y'all look out for that. I appreciate y'all. Peace and wellness to the family.